They say the true test of leadership is how well you respond to a crisis, how well you function in a crisis. This pandemic will go down as a crisis that tested the skills of world leaders like no other. It caught every country off guard. So how did the leaders of the world perform? How did the public perceive their performance? A US-based research firm has come up with a list. They have assessed the approval ratings of 13 world leaders based on the views of people who voted them to power. On top of this list is the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, with the highest approval ratings. What about other world leaders? Here's a report.
A once-in-a-lifetime pandemic is the ultimate test of leadership. No sops or speeches work when people's life is at stake. As 2020 ends, how did the leaders of the world fare in this test? Some lost office, others lost face. Now we have a report card of world leaders, where they were judged by the people who voted them to power. Who delivered the best in a test that nobody was prepared for? A poll conducted by US-based research firm Morning Consult has thrown up an interesting result. According to this data firm, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi's approval ratings are the highest among 13 world leaders. The firm calculated the approval ratings for leaders in these countries on a weekly basis. The net approval was assessed with the share of each country's residents that approve, minus the share that disapprove of their respective head of state. The results look like this. On the 13th spot is French President Emmanuel Macron. The leader, who recently faced an Islamic backlash, has a net approval rating of minus 25%. The newly sworn-in Prime Minister in Japan, Yoshihide Suga, is on the 12th spot with minus 23% approval. The Prime Minister of Spain, Pedro Sanchez, is on the 11th spot with an approval rating of minus 22%. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson is on the 10th spot. Despite getting Brexit done, his net approval rating is minus 18%. The outgoing President of the United States, Donald Trump, is on the 9th spot with an approval rating of minus 15%. The controversial President of Brazil, Jair Bolsonaro, stands at number 8 with an approval rating of minus 3%. The President of South Korea, Moon Jae-in, is on the 7th spot with minus 2% in approval ratings. The Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is on the 6th spot with an approval rating of 11%. The Prime Minister of Italy, Giuseppe Conte, comes next with an approval rating of 16%. Followed by the German Chancellor Angela Merkel with an approval rating of 24%. Australia's Prime Minister Scott Morrison is on the 3rd spot. His approval rating is an impressive 27%. On the 2nd spot is the President of Mexico, Andrés Manuel López Obrador, with an approval rating of 29%. And on the 1st spot is the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, with an approval rating of 55%. The pandemic has failed to dent his popularity at home and influence outside. Bureau Report, WION. World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.